What's up, guys? Movie buff. Gonna talk some Addams Family. I wasn't sure what to think about this movie when I kind of saw the previews and stuff. It looked kind of like maybe it would be kind of like a cool little throwback, a cool little reimagining, because I loved the original Addams Family as a kid. All the editions and stuff, Cara Mia, that, and I thought this was going to be a throwback to that kind of version of this crazy family that I kind of, fell in love with as a kid. I'm disappointed to say it was not. This movie is not good, guys. This movie is not good. The only way I could see anybody going to the theater for this and finding any kind of enjoyment is taking your kid and a small child, somebody that really, a small enough kid that doesn't really even know what a good movie is. They just see bright colors and hear fart jokes. This is that type of movie. The story is so weak, and they changed a lot of the backstories up of the characters, and the characters themselves aren't even really true to who they were. Maybe Wednesday and Morticia, the closest one, but Fester, they made him just an annoying idiot in the movie. Not funny at all. Slapstick comedy, poop jokes. It was just so bad. It was so bad. Even the style, the animation style, I wasn't impressed with. Everybody looked odd. And Tim Burton does that, but he does it well. You can see, the people and stuff, like, it's just odd. It's not pleasing to look at. They're weird. And it's not because they're the Addams Family. The regular, normal people look just as bad. Short synopsis of this terrible movie. The Addams Family basically get chased out of everywhere they go because they're weirdos. They find this kind of abandoned asylum that is hidden away, and it's been, long forgotten. It's haunted or whatever. So, of course, they set up shop there. Well, there's like this fog around their house, and, nowadays we have these HD TV shows, flip this house, and all the home and garden shows, Chip and Joe, and all those. I love all that stuff. So this was like one of the only thing that I got out of it, because it's kind of like this personality lady comes in and she's renovating a whole, private neighborhood, addition in this, like a valley right below where the Addams Family live, like way up here. So she's this is like pink and pastels and shiplap and hardwood floor, all the stuff that you kind of get out of those shows. There were kind of like little Easter eggs. So that was, for me, just because I like that kind of stuff. And she ended up, she has this huge hair, so she's this real Southern belle, but she's a bitch. And I'm from Oklahoma, this is the kind of character they were trying to portray, the look wise. But she was just a bitch. The whole movie, she's the villain, and she's got this, secret cameras set up all over the place where she can spy on everybody. But she's basically filming a show, and she's wanting to sell all of these homes in this edition. And so they're marketing, if you want to live in the best, in the best houses in this edition, they're going to sell these for multi-million-dollars and stuff, make tons of money. So that's all she's about. She neglects her kid. She has this daughter. She neglects her daughter and stuff. Oh, technical difficulties. there we go. Anyways, she's just a bad person. Bad mom, bad energy, bad juju, just bad. So the fog, she's like cleaning up the area and draining the swamp or whatever. Well, the fog lifts and they see the Addams family's house up there, and it's like just this eyesore on this entire, everyone can see it and stuff. So the Addams family also sees them, so they go down there and kind of introduce themselves, you know, and then that's kind of like where they're, you know, not welcomed with open arms. And then after a while, they kind of face the same thing. She's like, well, I'm going to renovate your house for free, because she just wants this eyesore out of sight or to look good enough to where she can sell these homes. And you know, she ends up really not doing anything, and she kind of like, if they're not going to work with me, you know, we'll get them out another way or whatever. So she kind of makes this online, it's like the kind of like the today kind of like society, they little keyboard warriors and stuff, and starts a bunch of drama on Twitter, this little Twitter feed of the neighborhood, and all the people see, and she's spreading all these crazy rumors about the Addams family and stuff. And it's funny because like most of them are probably true, just because they're so like outrageous and wild and wacky. But so these people, you know, get all up in arms and stuff, and they end up having this huge war, and this kind of like a subplot of this movie. Pugsley is trying to like train for this, I can't even remember, some kind of coming of age sword fight, you know, that all the Addams family, you know, have to do and everything. And he's failing miserably at it just because he's not your typical Addams family boy. He's like explosions instead of like swords and stuff. So it's like he's kind of rebelling. And then same thing, like Wednesday kind of rebels and you know, goes to public school, and she, you know, gets that kind of side. So she's kind of like seeing the good in the normal people, and they see the good in her. So when this huge fight breaks out, and you think, you know, the Addams family is going to get, you know, not killed, but beaten or whatever. Magically, you know, something happens, and they, you know, they all say, oh, well, they're not that bad, blah, blah, you know, it's a happily ever after kind of shit. And it's not even a spoiler. This is a kid's movie. You know what's going to happen as soon as the credits of the opening preview start rolling. It's like, okay, this is going to be play by the numbers, you know. And like I said, if there was anything to be enjoyed about, like, look at this. Look at Fester. I mean, look, what the fuck is that? His nose looks like a dead sausage on his face. It just wasn't, it wasn't the Addams family that I know. They kind of like picked and choose which kind of tropes they were gonna, you know, go by and stuff. But to me, it was just horrible. It was just horrible. Save your money, guys. Don't even watch this when it comes on Netflix. It's just not worth your time. Can't all be winners, guys. Until next time, see you at the movies.